Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and today I want to talk about Plug Power. This is stock that I've previously covered, but they are going to be announcing earnings tomorrow, May 6th, and I think it's important to know what we're looking at for this company. First and foremost, I am not long on Plug Power, and most of this report is going to be why I don't think that the company is going to post strong earnings tomorrow and why I think that the company continues to be overvalued. So with that in mind, feel free to dip out if you thought that this was going to be a positive review. But since the last time that I covered Plug Power, which is when I said I would not touch this company, they were playing right at $48 a share, which was back in February time period. So a lot of people were saying that you wanted to buy the dip during that time period, which was right around here. And I said that I still don't like the company. As you can see from an earnings perspective, they're actually expecting to announce earnings this week, and their current expected estimate is -8 cents a share. So they're expecting to once again lose money. One thing that I want to highlight is that their massive loss that they saw in Q4 of last year was due to the fact that they owed a lot of money for essentially Amazon being able to take a lot of shares under a deal that they did with the company. They essentially incentivized Amazon to do business with them by doing shares, and when the share price skyrocketed upwards, Plug Power had to sell those shares back to Amazon. Another key issue is that they are in delinquency for their regulatory filing. They did have some issues during the last report where they did have material misstatements of their financials, and that did cause a lot of concern. One of the things that I would highlight is there is a lot of positive coverage of this company. However, one of the reasons why I'm going to continue to not like this company is not necessarily just the idea of a lot of these green energy, clean energy companies are becoming more into focus. It's the fact that with a company like Plug Power, the more business they do, the more money they lose. And that can be evidenced here on the income statement and the other financial statements here, where as the company's revenue increases, again recognizing that 2020 had a negative impact on that revenue, but as that revenue increases, they actually lose more and more money year over year. So if we look at their past 5 years, this is a company that lost 57 million, 127 million, 78 million, 85, and last year north of $500 million. The reason why that's an incredible concern is because if you look at their cash balances, those cash balances are decreasing rapidly. Now, one of the things that did occur in Q4 of 2020 is that they did a share offering as well as a debt offering so that they brought a lot more cash on hand. Again, they did one of that being a bond offering. So this is a company that is continuing to have to take on debt. And you can see that right here with the $750 million in debt that they currently possess. And I don't see a lot of that translating into value for the shareholders. Now, what a lot of people don't recognize about Plug Power is that they're looking at this 1-year chart and they think that this is a company that has the capability to go back to $70 a share. What I want to put into perspective is that this is a company that is not new, and our chart doesn't actually go far enough back, but this company was trading north of $1,000 in 2000. This is also what you see here after a lot of additional dilution. So the company was worth significantly more in 2001 all the way through 2008 than they even are today because they've done a lot of share offerings. The other thing that I would highlight that we can look at is the insider selling has been insane. You saw some buys last year during the summer. Keep in mind that that was when the stock price was well below their $70 a share stock price that it did eclipse at the beginning of this year, where you see a lot of the individuals were selling at that point in time. So it's just important to recognize that you can go through and see all of the different sales that the company had. The other thing that I would highlight is during the same time period that the company again continued to have earnings, not a single quarter has passed in the past 20 years, at which point in time that they announced profitable earnings. However, in their investor presentations for 2012, 2016, 2018, Every single time they said that they expected to be profitable by this point in time. Again, oftentimes that was 2 years in the future. I say that for caution because a lot of the viewers today of Plug Power, as well as other YouTubers and Twitter and whatnot, is that they're looking at Plug and saying because it's a green energy company that they are going to continue to do well. And I just want to highlight from a valuation perspective that this company has a lot further to fall than it does to necessarily go forward. So due to the fact that they have material misstatements, it's even difficult to judge here. However, I do just want to highlight, again, I guess we don't have any of the capabilities here, but again, their revenue growth, not great. Their EPS growth, not great. And then from a financial strength standpoint, they don't exactly have strong coverage when it comes to their financial statements as well. All this being said, you are going to have a lot of people who look at Plug Power and they say buy the dip because they look at this chart right here and you see that the company is at $70 a share at one point in time, and you look and you say this company could get back to $70 a share. What I would encourage you to look at is actually look at the broader chart and say, instead of, hey, they could get back to $70 a share, this company was $4 for a reason. I think as we continue to see weakness in the space, that we are going to continue to see companies like this will get swept under the rug because they continue to be a poor investment for the shareholder because they continue to mismanage money despite the fact that they are growing at a rate that they should be able to handle this. For all of these reasons, I most likely plan on shorting the company into earnings. I have not done so thus far, but it's something that I'm going to be watching tomorrow. All that being said, I'm by no means a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube giving his opinion. And if you would like to contradict me in any way, feel free to join the Discord down below and provide some supporting facts, not just your opinion, but feel free to let me know what you think about Plug Power. If you find this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Talk to you later.